Okay, so yeah, we've been watching a few of your TikToks, and they're so awesome.
Thank you.
So we really just want to know, like, what inspired you to start creating on TikTok? I
Yeah.
heard a little bit of a conversation when I walked in the room that you make advertisements.
Yeah. So, I've always been a creator from maybe not always because I wasn't born in 2009. So from 2009, I got into advertising, and advertising introduced me to storytelling. And when I was working in advertising at the time, we were working on a brand called Vodacom, and would come up with ideas for campaigns. And some campaigns would be selling products that need to sell to people like me or people that come from where I come from, which is black people. But we would use stock images. And the stock images at the time were not diverse enough and they were not South African. So the people in the ads we were creating didn't look like what I look like or didn't look like people I know, so that sparked my interest in photography. And I started making photographs to recreate scenes that we need for the campaigns we were working on. And I did that with my twin brother in Vuyo and Ongama. Then Neo joined us also. Then we built a company that became our photography production company. So content creation started there. So we came up with an idea called I See a Different You, which was rewriting the stereotypes of black people or South Africans and what it looks like to be a black South African person. And we tell more uplifting stories rather than at the time when you go to the internet and you look at South Africa or Johannesburg or Soweto, you'd see photos of the uprising. And we wanted to populate the internet with images that are more positive than the unfortunate, sad images you would find most of the time at that time.
Yeah.
So we wanted to contribute a change of a reality that we were living in. And that's when my interest in creating content started. Then I started on different platforms, then blogging, then social media, then, now TikTok, and yeah.
Okay, so TikTok specifically,
Yeah.
like, what has the platform afforded you, and why do you think it's such a popular platform, and how did you get to be this popular on TikTok?
TikTok is an incredible platform because it functions beyond what you expect of social media. It's great with information. I feel like TikTok is the perfect amalgamation of all the social media apps, and it brings all those together and it takes the positive. Like if you want to be up to date with the news, probably they say Twitter is the best, then lifestyle, Instagram probably is the best, and Facebook, I'm not so sure. But the beauty about TikTok is that it brings the positivity of what Twitter does or X does, where you get like information, useful information, like quick, and you get lifestyle, which is good also. Then it also has a component where it almost functions like TV does, because you can watch a documentary, or you can watch the news, or you can watch parts of a film, or you can watch a film, it's an interesting platform, which I find a lot more interesting than its competitors, And I think to your question, I think what makes my TikTok interesting, I think it's the content that I create, which is more authentic. So it's between lifestyle, reframing stereotypes. Sometimes I share my podcast conversations that speak to things that are close to me. The most recent one, I was speaking about being a husband or a young husband, which is relative. It's an interesting platform where I find it's more dynamic and more informative than its competitors.
Okay.